E-governance, an introduction. E-governance has become a buzzword for India today. It is especially so with the new government since 1 year. E-governance will be backbone of Make in India mission that the new government has launched so vigorously. Make in India movement is not possible without technological component, which is basically e-governance introduced in each and every functions of the governments through each and every departments of state as well as central government. E-governance has much larger objectives of development, which is beyond mere economic and financial aspects. E-governance is needed for transparency in the functioning of the government, and e-governance is needed in the quick delivery of services of the government, and e-governance is needed to eradicate corruption, inefficiency in the government. There is a firm belief that inclusive development and delivery of all services to our downtrodden section of population can only happen in faster mode only through e-governance. The government therefore has brought out a statement on policies, programs, schemes and projects at central, state and local government levels. In this essay, let us see systematically what are the stated objectives, policies and programs of the government. In fact, the e-governance movement in the government was started about 9 years back in 2006 itself. The National E-Governance Plan, that is NEGP, was formulated by the Department of Electronics and Technology, that is DEITY, and the Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances in 2006. This plan comprised of 27 mission mode projects and 10 components. The NEGP, that is National E-Governance Plan, aims at improving delivery of government services to citizens and businesses with the following vision. Make all government services accessible to the common man in his locality through common service delivery outlets. It ensures efficiency, transparency and reliability of such services at affordable cost to realize the basic needs of the common man. Now, what are the implementation strategies, approaches and methodology of National E-Governance Plan? Implementation of e-governance is a highly complex process which requires the provisioning, hardware and software networking, process re-engineering, and change management processes. Based on lessons that have been learned from the past and the experience from successful e-governance applications elsewhere in the world, the approach and methodology adopted for National E-Governance Plan contains the following elements. 1. To start with, common support infrastructure. Common support infrastructure is a basic thing, and the National E-Governance Plan implementation involves setting up of a common and support IT infrastructure such as statewide area networks, state data centers, common service centers, and electronic service delivery gateways. Now, about governance. Suitable arrangements for monitoring and coordinating the implementation of the NEGP plan under the direction of the competent authorities have also been substantially put in place now. The program also involves evolving, laying down standards, and also policy guidelines which provides a technical support, undertaking capacity building, and also R&D, etc. And DEITY, that is Department of Electronics and Telecommunication, is required to adequately strengthen itself and also various institutions like National Informatics Center, that is NIC. Now, there is a standardization, testing and quality certification directorate, then the Center for Development of Advanced Computing, that is CDAC, Then there is a National Institute of Smart Governance and NISG, and also the architecting e-governance, etc., which play important roles in this. The National e-governance plan also involves a centralized initiative and decentralized implementation. E-governance is being promoted through a centralized initiative to the extent necessary to ensure citizen-centric orientation. Idea is to realize the objective of interoperability of various governance applications, and it will also ensure optimal utilization of information communication technology, infrastructure, and also the resources that would allow for a decentralized implementation model. It also aims at identifying successful projects and replicating them with required customization wherever it is needed. Then there is a public-private partnership model. PPP model is to be adopted wherever it is feasible so that it enlarges the resource pool without compromising on the security aspects. Now, there are also integrative elements which are playing an important role here, and the adoption of unique identification codes for the citizens, businesses, and property is required to be promoted, and it will facilitate integration and it will avoid ambiguity. Program approach at the national and state levels. For the implementation of the National e-Governance Plan, various union ministries, departments, and state governments are involved. Now, considering the multiplicity of the agencies involved and also the need for overall aggregation and integration at the national level, National e-Governance Plan is being implemented as a program, and it has a well-defined roles and responsibilities for each agency that are involved in it. For facilitating this, appropriate program management structure have also been put in place. Now the government plays as the facilitator role, and in this the Department of Electronics and Technology is playing a vital role, and DEIT, it is a facilitator and a catalyst for the implementation of the National e-Governance Plan by various ministries and state governments, and also it provides technical assistance. Department of Electronics and Telecommunication also serves as a secretariat to the Apex Committee, and it assists in managing the program. In addition, the Department of Electronics and Telecommunication is also implementing pilot infrastructure, technical and special projects and support components. Now, Department of Administrative Reforms and Grievances has the responsibility towards government processes, re-engineering, and change management, which are desired to be realized across the government departments as a part of the National e-Governance Plan. Planning Commission and Ministry of Finance will play a role of allocating funds for the National e-Governance Plan, and it will be through plan and non-plan budgetary provisions. It will lay down appropriate procedures in this regard. Further, there is a ownership of ministries. Under this concept, the National e-Governance Plan, various mission mode projects, that is MMPs in short, are owned and spearheaded by the concerned line ministries. In case there are any ongoing projects which fall in the mission mode project category, they would be suitably enhanced to align them with the objectives of the National e-Governance Plan. For major projects like Bharat Nirman, rural employment guarantee schemes, etc., the line ministries concerned are advised to make use of e-governance. The ministry that would be involved are the Ministry of Agriculture, the Ministry of Rural Development, etc. And it also aims at the automation techniques from the inception stage itself. Now, in this, states also have been given a flexibility to identify a few additional state-specific projects, and they could be relevant for the economic development of the state. In the next essay, we will study in details as to what are the central, state and local mission mode projects.